Jack securely tied his wife Lisa to a tree with vines, planning to abandon her on this desolate, lonely island. However, by the time Lisa broke free from her restraints, Jack had already disappeared over the horizon, the roar of his speedboat's engine fading into the distance. But Lisa didn't chase after him. Instead, she calmly walked into the jungle and retrieved some tools. Little did Jack know, she had already tied the speedboat to a reef. As the boat sped away, the rope suddenly pulled taut without warning. In the next instant, the speedboat capsized in a tremendous, earth-shattering moment, and Jack's sinister plan fell to pieces. Meanwhile, Lisa fashioned a sharp bow and arrow from tree branches, a fiery vengeance burning in her heart. Before long, Jack found her after fleeing back to the beach. Before he could utter an explanation, Lisa had already drawn her bow and let the arrow fly with a whoosh. Jack froze in fright, realizing with a pounding heart that Lisa was now out for his life. While he still stood there stunned, Lisa drew her bow again, the arrow gleaming like silver light. Fortunately, Jack nimbly dodged this lethal strike, but Lisa had no intention of giving up. Jack hurriedly hid behind a tree, watching and waiting. Lisa gripped her bow and arrows, slowly closing in. At this critical life or death moment, Jack swiftly picked up a coconut from the ground and decisively threw it, distracting Lisa's attention. She immediately fired an arrow, and Jack seized the opportunity, his survival instincts kicking in as he ran for his life. However, no matter how fast he sprinted, he was powerless to escape the whirling arrows. Lisa leaped high onto a rock, ruthlessly delivering the final blow. At the very last second, Jack instinctively grabbed a stick beside him, narrowly deflecting the fatal arrow. By the time Lisa caught up, Jack had already vanished deep into the dense forest. The next day, Jack cautiously approached his wife, a wooden stick in hand, secretly planning to knock her out. At that very moment, a sharp bird call suddenly rang out, alerting Lisa. Jack instantly froze in terror, thankful she hadn't noticed his presence yet. When he finally mustered the courage to raise the stick and successfully knock Lisa out, he immediately felt a wave of regret wash over him. He hurriedly checked on his wife's condition, only to unexpectedly trigger a trap she had set. In an instant, he was suspended upside down in the air. The noise startled Lisa awake. Looking up at Jack's hanging form, everything became clear. She gave him no chance to explain, grabbing the stick and preparing to exact her revenge. Just as the tension peaked, the sound of hurried footsteps interrupted her thoughts. A devious glint flashed in Lisa's eyes. She quickly tossed the stick aside and fled into the deep forest. Jack was utterly baffled by this sudden move, perplexed beyond belief. But when he raised his head, his gaze abruptly met a group of cannibals charging toward him. In that moment, fear crashed over him like a tidal wave. Stay tuned for part 2.